Our beloved sun will reach the end of its lifespan in around 5 billion years, transforming into a red giant and engulfing the Earth. But what if anything goes wrong early and the sun explodes? Will everything on Earth be destroyed, or will we have more opportunities to live? The solution, it turns out, is a little more difficult. What happens if the sun suddenly explodes? Although the possibility of the sun bursting is exceedingly low, it is nonetheless worthwhile to consider the potential effects of such an occurrence. Understanding the impact of a supernova explosion on Earth can help us realize the fragility of life on Earth, as well as the value of exploring our cosmos. The Sun is 109 times the size of our Earth, and more than 1.3 million Earth-sized planets may fit inside it. Despite its great size, our star has a middle weight in comparison to other stars. Stars 10 times the mass of our Sun go supernova and explode, but there are notable outliers. Despite this, our star is too small to become a supernova, but if it does explode, we won't know for another 8 minutes and 20 seconds. This is due to the Sun's typical distance from us of 150 million kilometers, 93 million miles. The light of the Sun travels this distance in 8 minutes and 20 seconds. We wouldn't know if the Sun exploded in a supernova event until it was too late, since we wouldn't be able to hear the blast. This is due to the fact that sound conveyed in space would be too feeble. The explosion would be so enormous that it would entirely obliterate planets like Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. All living species on Earth, however, would perish before the explosion's brightness, debris, or shock waves reached us. If the Sun were to burst, the first thing that would extinguish all life on Earth would be neutrino radiation. Despite the fact that billions of neutrinos impact our bodies every second, they do not interact with them. However, during a supernova explosion, neutrinos rise by a factor of 10 quadrillion s, as does their energy, dramatically boosting the possibilities of collision. Neutrinos travel at near light speed and carry approximately 99% of a supernova's energy. This means that most creatures will boil inside out in seconds as a result of the encounter. The most terrifying aspect about neutrinos is that they can go through anything. So even if you were on the opposite side of the Earth, facing away from the Sun, you would suffer the same destiny. When a supernova was discovered in 1987 at a distance of around 168,000 light-years, astronomers detected neutrinos in a matter of seconds, whereas the light from the explosion was visible only hours later. This implies that if the Sun erupted right now, the neutrinos would destroy everything on Earth before the light from the explosion reached us. However, it all depends on the magnitude of the explosion. Assume the Sun's explosion isn't as powerful, and neutrinos don't completely destroy us. In such event, the explosion's shock waves will most likely wipe out everything on our planet's sun-facing side. The other side of the planet would undergo a dramatic spike in temperature and would most likely be completely black. Nothing will be powerful enough to hold our planet gravitationally locked in the solar system once the Sun is gone. This implies our planet will go rogue, leave the solar system, and float in space. Temperatures on Earth would plunge to minus 18 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Fahrenheit a week after the event, and would continue to fall. Temperatures on Earth might reach minus 73 C, minus 100 F in roughly a year, at which time even the seas would begin to freeze. As our planet continues to float into space, our atmosphere weakens and everything becomes more vulnerable to cosmic radiation. Only bacterial and multicellular life forms buried in hydrothermal vents may survive in the most hopeful circumstances. Our planet may eventually become entangled in the gravitational pull of another star. If the star is identical to our Sun and the Earth resumes the same location in this new solar system over millions of years, life may reemerge.